Hello. Another another big gap. So today we're going to see The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide
Not
Squad.
like,
Totally different.
Yeah, like when Incredibles went from The Incredibles just to Incredibles 2. So you've seen the other one.
Yes, when it came out in cinema, and
Yeah.
never again.
You haven't seen? No, neither have I.
No.
I liked it when I first seen it, but it's looking back on it. Yeah, it doesn't hold up as well when you look back. I think I just enjoyed the experience of being there and watching it. When you look back, it's like so many missed opportunities.
Yeah.
So many bad decisions. You see, like the plot has massive holes in it. A lot of the characters, the motivations are just ridiculous.
The scariest thing about it is that they said that was the second time they did bits because they had to add humour in it. I mean, how bad was it going to be if they did even do that?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's one reason it felt so bipolar, because they try and make, like, if you're going to make a dark movie, I'd rather you just kind of went all the way.
Yeah.
But then they're worried that'll alienate certain audiences, so they have to go back and put quirky humour in it.
Yeah.
The problem is the humour in the movie isn't very good at all. There's a lot of just really crappy jokes.
Yeah.
And it didn't work at all. It was only 2 hours long. I mean, the soundtrack was good, although I think it was trying to sort of piggyback off the whole Guardians of the Galaxy thing of
I think that's what pulled a lot of people in when it came to the advertising of it as well.
I'll be honest, the ad I seen, that was one of the best ad. That was the song used was that "The Joke Is on Me," and the movie had almost this like an end of the world quality, and it was great. Then you went to see the film and you realise it's just all over. It's just all over the place. But this one, how much do you know about it?
Only the adverts. That's it.
Yeah.
All I know is that Harley Quinn's in it. The guy who played the soldier.
I can't remember what his name is. He in it again?
Yeah, you know the one that dated the
Enchantress. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's in it again.
I've seen it.
John Cena is in it.
John Cena's in it.
And just found out from the other half, Peter Capaldi's in it.
Yeah, I just found out. I didn't know he was in it.
Peter Capaldi's in it. The shark guy.
Yeah. I haven't seen an ad. I know bits and pieces about it.
Yeah.
What surprised me is when I was reading about it recently, I found out it's a sequel. I thought this was like, okay, it didn't work the first time. Let's try and do it differently again. We'll get James Gunn in, who's a great writer and director. He knows how to do comic book movies. Yeah. But it turns out it's a sequel.
So it's a sequel to Suicide Squad.
Yeah. So it's not Suicide Squad 2. It's just The Suicide Squad.
Right.
So I don't know how that's...
Because Deadshot's not in it, but they basically got the exact same character with Idris Elba.
Could they just not afford Will Smith?
Or Will Smith was like, yeah, that tanked. I'm not in this.
Yeah, well, not as bad as After Earth anyway.
Yeah.
But so that's really all I know about it. It's got fantastic reviews so far. The first one is very mixed, especially when it came out. But now the reviews are great. As far as I know, the Joker's not in this.
Joker's not in it as far as I'm aware. Thank Christ. Again, Jared Leto.
The inclusion of Joker in the last one was one of the big mistakes it made, because it had the Joker in it, but it didn't know how to use him. And
they picked a terrible actor, not terrible actor, just asshole.
Yeah, it just didn't really work at all. Huge of his scenes were cut. He was very much a side character. When, if you look at something like The Dark Knight, he was integral to the plot. That's who they were fighting against. But in this one, it was kind of like, oh yeah, the Joker's in this. He just pops up.
By the way, the Joker's in this movie.
Yeah, he pops up to do just random stuff, and then it goes back to them fighting the Enchantress. Yeah. So that didn't work very well. But so in terms of, I'm really looking forward to it. I've had close friends that have seen it and really loved it.
When I watched Suicide Squad in the cinema, I never laughed. I didn't laugh at it. I didn't laugh at all during the whole thing. If this one makes me laugh 2 or 3 times, I'll class that as a success for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So, but me being me, because I don't read the comics, I don't read anything like that, I'm not a big Marvel follower and things like that about characters. As long as I have a good time watching it, that'll do. It'll do way better than Suicide Squad managed anyway.
Yeah. I think Suicide Squad maybe tried too hard to do too many things, and it wasn't fun. It was a slog.
Well, it's DC trying to catch up with Marvel at the end.
That's
what they were trying to do, and it was almost as bad as Batman v Superman. But then again,
a lot of things are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that. But so that's my only thoughts. I'm looking forward to it. I reckon I don't think it's going to be a total letdown in any way.
I do fear that it will be quite Guardians of the Galaxy in different costumes. A little bit. Yeah. But then again, it's James Gunn, so...
I'm kind of okay with it, because when I seen the first Guardians, that immediately became one of my favourite comic book movies, because of its soundtrack and its sense of humour and its personality and how distinctive the characters were.
Yeah. So it's not the worst thing, but unfortunately when some certain things might happen in it, I'll be like, Ah, right, yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely a Guardians of the Galaxy little thing.
I think they
but,
have
yeah.
cut down. There was quite a lot of characters in the last one. Again, a lot of which they weren't fleshed out, or I mean, that Slipknot character was killed off within 5 minutes.
Yes.
So there was almost no point of him being
No.
there. I think they've cut it down and maybe focused it a bit better. So
Yeah.
that's my thoughts going in. So I'm straight off. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be better than Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Christ, how can you get much wronger than that?
I don't know what the plot is, where it's going to go, but I like that though, because
Yeah.
I'll be pleasantly surprised if nothing else.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything else to say really.
No, because just fingers crossed,
Fingers
but it can't go that wrong. Surely
Not
not.
much wrong. So yeah. So we'll head in and see it, and then we'll see what we think afterwards.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So it's sort of the Suicide Squad.
Emphasis on the.
Emphasis on that. So overall, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was really damn good.
Way better than Suicide Squad.
Much better than Suicide Squad. A
Way
lot of reasons why it's better.
Yeah.
James Gunn doing what James Gunn does.
Yeah.
It did have a very Guardians of the Galaxy kind of feel to it in a lot of ways.
Definitely.
That kind of flippant attitude towards a lot of things, but I mean, it was a pretty silly movie overall. I mean, the fact that there's not really a spoiler, but the fact that the main villain is a starfish, that was just weird.
Yeah.
It really embraces its weirdness. I think that's why it was better, because it felt like it knew exactly what it wanted to do, and it went all the way with it.
Yeah.
It didn't kind of cop out. It didn't like, maybe we'll soften this, and maybe we'll dampen this down a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it just went all the way. Everything.
Definitely. I mean, I'm trying to think. There were some elements that were quite similar to Suicide Squad. I mean, what Idris Elba is Will Smith 2.0,
Yeah, he was
basically.
because.
But I found him a much more interesting character and much more.
He was given a lot more personality. I think the problem with Will Smith's character is he was just written to be Will Smith. I think is the problem. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but you've seen it a lot. But yeah, no, Idris Elba was
It's the
great.
same
Yeah.
kind of story pretty much with the daughter.
Yeah, again, that was.
Again, it doesn't. Fair enough though. It really doesn't play much in the movie at all.
It's barely in the movie.
Exactly.
There's so many things that. But I was surprised because I was reading about this earlier. We were reading about what age certificate it was. It's a 15.
I was hugely surprised by what they got away with.
Honestly, because
It's 15.
this was a shockingly brutal movie at times. I mean,
Gory.
Very gory.
Very gory.
A lot of the time it's offset by like something, usually like someone will get killed and Harley Quinn will say something, or something kind of zany will happen. But a lot of the time, it's very brutal.
Yeah.
It's a pretty dark film in all the places.
I mean, a guy gets ripped in half.
Yeah,
and you see it get ripped in half.
Yeah, I can see there's been a lot of complaints that it should have been an 18. Yeah, maybe it
I
should
can
have.
see why.
Maybe it should have been, but
Yeah.
I hope you're going to get into it either way.
Yeah.
Although I think we've seen some folk at the cinema getting ID'd. I think the people next to us.
There was quite a few that were ID'd, and clearly there were young teen lads with their mums,
Yeah, they're not going to.
and they were like 13, 12, 13 years old, and the poor bloke who was scanning the QR code was asking for IDs. He's like, I'm sorry, it's the law. I can't help
Couldn't get
this.
it. But in terms of the characters that were in the last one, Margot Robbie's still fantastic as Harley Quinn.
Yes.
It feels kind of like a role she was almost born to play.
Yeah.
She's great. She very much revels in the whole madness.
Because she's had her complete own movie in between these two.
This is the third time she's played this, because she's Birds of Prey as well. Joel Kinnaman, I think it's called, who plays Flag. He's better in this one. I thought it was really boring in the last one.
I thought he was like almost robotic. He was just kind of reading the script for the sake of reading the script and then carrying on.
He was just given a lot of kind of expositional lines.
Yes.
Rubbish. Viola Davis is back. She doesn't do very much, really. There's a lot of shouting.
Yeah.
Shouts at the screens, but overall, I think it took everything that Suicide Squad did and just kind of did it better. It doesn't really feel like a sequel. There's a few mentions of, I remember you from last time, or nice to work with you again, stuff like that. Overall, it feels like they thought, right, we messed it up first time, let's do it right this time.
Yeah.
But I've got no problem with that.
Hell no.
It was very enjoyable. It was 2 hours.
Because they did it right and because it was actually entertaining.
Yeah, it was
and funny.
Yeah,
that worked.
There's some massive action set pieces. I think the film cost $185 million. You can see that. You can see the cost.
The fight scenes are really good because it's not like it's not like Marvel where they're doing 50 million cuts in it. You actually get time to focus and breathe and see what the hell is going on. Like, it's kind of like a bit John Wicky. You just get one camera shot, especially with the Harley Quinn bit.
Yeah, the Harley Quinn bit.
The Harley Quinn bit was
very, very fluid, very coherent. You see what's going on. Yeah. It did bring up a problem, but I have this with a lot of other movies. Say you take a gun and a knife. What's the main advantage the gun has over the knife? Range. Yeah. But I see this in a lot of films. If you've got a gun, why do you need to run up to someone and shoot them in the face? You can shoot them from feet away. That's what a gun is for. So there's a lot of bits where someone will be meleeing and someone will come up with a gun. Like, stand over there and shoot them.
The scene between Idris Elba and John Cena, like when they're in the camp bit. Yeah. No spoilers. I thought that was really, really funny.
It was. That was really good. That was great. John Cena I thought was excellent because he's playing essentially a character who's like just kind of an idiot but doesn't realise it.
Yeah.
But he was.
He's good.
Yeah, no, I thought
really,
John Cena was
good.
very earnest. I think John Cena he can be very good when he's given the right material.
I watched the Fast and Furious movie with him in it. He's much better in this than he was in Fast and Furious film. Like, way better.
There's a lot of
staring down a dog.
Grunting and staring, the other characters were good.
Shark.
The shark was really funny. I was worried it was going to be a one-note character, but they did give a lot more for him to do. Again, I think because they messed up Croc in the last one.
Yeah. Croc only got like one or two lines, that was about it.
There's a scene where someone says, oh, this next section is flooded. And you think, well, Croc's been useless up until now, so I guess we need to give him something to do. Yeah. But Shark does a lot of funny stuff. It's not so much that there's comic relief characters, because the comedy is very much woven into the fabric of the movie. I guess the movie has kind of political overtones about America trying to police everywhere, like Team America did.
Yeah, I'll give it that. Yeah.
But I don't think it went too heavily into that. But no,
I can't really critique it because overall it was just a really good popcorn movie.
Yeah, there's not many bad things I can say about it. It was a lot of fun.
I would happily watch it again.
It was a lot of fun. It was funny. It was paced very well. It didn't feel too long. I wasn't checking my watch at any point.
Nope.
You understand why everybody's there, what everybody's doing. It's quite subversive as well. Again, kind of spoilers, but there's that thing where it introduces some big characters and then kills them off at the start. But not like in a Slipknot way from the last one, like in a kind of a ha-ha, jokey wink.
Slipknot?
Slipknot, the guy that with the bomb in the first one got blown up and he tried to run away.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but in this movie, there's a lot of clever things, like it'll introduce a certain scene and there'll be like, maybe you look at some trees and it'll spell out what they're doing.
That was good.
It played around a lot with its environment.
It was like kind of half segue, but it kind of worked.
Yeah. But there's essentially when the opening credits start to roll, that's one of the first movies I've ever seen where a lot of the big name actors are killed off before the opening credits even start.
Yeah.
So it's like, here they are, dead. Let's move on.
It was kind of almost like that's kind of the old Suicide Squad. Yeah. Right, we're done with that. Here we go. Here's the fresh one.
Kind of a wink, nudge joke thing, but I thought it worked really well. I really liked this film. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're a comic book person, comic book fan.
Yeah. And if you did watch Suicide Squad, and even if you're faithful to Suicide Squad, if there are some people that genuinely liked it, I still think you're really going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
Probably a bit more.
Honestly, I think people who've seen Suicide Squad maybe lowered their expectations for this and maybe enjoyed it even more as a result. So over here, definitely thumbs up.
Yes.
Both of them really liked it. Very happy I've seen it. Hope it makes all of the money, but cinemas are opening again. More people are going out to it was a fair amount of people.
Quite a lot, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely jam packed, which is good to see.
Yeah, it's good that people go back in again. So highly recommend it over here. Go and see The Suicide Squad.
The emphasis on